how all the matters which are around us is made up of. So, a piece of iron is a matter, and a piece of, you can break that iron into smaller and smaller pieces. Okay, now there was one scientist by name John Dalton. Okay, one day he was wondering, we have got so many things around us. He was a scientist, okay children. Now he was thinking, so many things are there, but we should also know how it is made up of. So he started his research on the matters. What did he do? He took a small piece of iron. He went and he cutted it into smaller pieces. Okay, there was one stage where the smallest piece was not breakable, it was not dividable. Okay, yeah, if you take for example, say your cheese, okay, or a butter, take a small piece of cheese and you start cutting it. It was into a big piece grows into smaller into smaller. Yes, it's smaller. Small pieces you can make, and there would be one stage where you cannot break that small piece again. Understood? So, that smallest piece which was not able to be broken up further, John Dalton named it as atom. Okay, so what is an atom? It is the finest particle of matter. Means finest particle means children, any matter you take and you start breaking down into pieces. One final stage where the small piece cannot be broken up into more pieces again. That small stage, the last stage of breaking the matter, that particle was called atom. Right children? Hope you understood? Yes, so it is the smallest piece which cannot be broken, and also those small atoms, they cannot be seen with our naked eye. Naked eye means our normal eyes, and you have to use a microscope to look into the atoms. Right? So, atoms are a very smallest, tiniest particle of matter, and they can be seen only through the microscope. Now, atoms are so small that they cannot be seen even by the most powerful microscope. So, these small atoms, they were put together. How did they become atom? I tell you, it is the smallest, tiniest particle. Okay? Now, the next matter is divided into molecules. Okay? Matter was also divided into molecules. Molecules means group of atoms. Atom is the smallest particle of matter. Yes children, I repeat, atom is the smallest particle of matter which cannot be further divided. Okay, now that is called as a atom. Now suppose you take a iron. John Dalton, what did he took? He took a small piece of iron. Okay, this iron he broke into finer particle. There he reached into one stage that was called as an atom. Now, this atom, how do you get? Next is molecules. If all the group of atoms are put together, you get a molecule. Okay, so here all the atoms of iron, they form a molecule. So, atom is only one single small particle. So this is, say for example, iron. Here molecule is small pieces of iron put together. Okay, you get this is called as a B molecule of iron. Or it can be any element. Okay, so have you understood the difference between an atom and a molecule, children? Right? Atom is the smallest, finest particle of matter. It cannot be further divided. Now, group of atoms put together, they form a molecule. Right, children? Now, this atom, it can be of only one type. Right, suppose if I take for example oxygen. Oxygen is a matter, it has got atoms. Now this oxygen atom is called as O2. We write it as O2, oxygen atom. Now if I take example of molecule, I can give you one best example, that is water. Okay, now in this water is a molecule. Why? Because it contains two different types of atoms. So what are the two different types of atoms? One is hydrogen and the other one is oxygen. Hydrogen atom and the oxygen atom, they join together to form a molecule of water. Right, children? So, two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of oxygen, they join to form a molecule of water. So, have you known the difference between an atom and a molecule? Atom is of only one single matter, one single type, which cannot be further divided. Right? But a molecule can be of the same atoms or of different kinds of atom. Now, this water is an example of different kinds of atoms. Now, if I take John Dalton, what did he do? He took a piece of iron. Iron is a molecule. Because it's of only one element, only one type of material. So this iron material also becomes a molecule. Iron also becomes an atom. So molecules can be a combination of same atoms or it can be a combination of different atoms put together. So have you understood now, children? Did you come to know the difference between an atom and a molecule? Right. Now, let us further go still further. This is being matters are also divided into elements and compounds. Elements and compounds. So let us see what are elements and what are compounds. Now elements are nothing but the atoms of a same type. Now suppose if I have hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas and it is a atom. Okay. Now all the hydrogen of the hydrogen atoms put together form the element of hydrogen. So, atoms of same element put together, of the same atom put together, they form the element. Now we have got so many elements: calcium, sulfur, phosphorus. All these are elements because they are the atoms of same type, same matter, same material. Understood, children? Right? So in the same manner, compounds are combination of different molecules. We can also say two or more elements, they form a compound. Only one type of an atom combination forms an element. But when you take up a compound, two or more elements, when they are put together, when they are joined together, they form a compound. So have you understood, children? Basically, matter is divided into four types: atoms, molecules, element and compounds. So atom is the smallest particle of any material or a matter. It is called as an atom. Okay, you cannot divide it further. Then it will be of only single type. Atom will be only of single type. Say if it is salt, oxygen. Oxygen is having only oxygen atoms. Hydrogen has only hydrogen atoms. Nitrogen gas has only nitrogen atoms. Okay, that is what is called as atom. Now molecule. Molecule is nothing but group of atoms of same kind or of different kinds forms a molecule. Okay, now if we take the example of water. Water is a molecule. Why water is called as a molecule? Because it contains two types of atoms. One is hydrogen, the other one is oxygen. So hydrogen atom, oxygen atom, when they join together, that forms a molecule. Okay, now which is very important, you need to understand, right? Now after atoms and molecules, matter is again divided into elements and compounds. So elements are nothing but the atoms of the same kind. Okay, now as I told you, oxygen is an atom. At the same time, oxygen is also a element. Okay, nitrogen has atom and nitrogen is also a element. Sulfur is a gas. It has atoms of sulfur. At the same time, sulfur is also a element. Understood, children? Same type. Okay, now compound is different. Different types of elements. Combination. Okay, now compound example, you can even go with water. You can have an example because it has got two different types of atoms, hydrogen as well as oxygen. So that becomes a compound. Now generally we have salt in our home. Yes, so that common salt, it is called, in the chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride. That is NaCl. So sodium chloride. In this, so salt we call it as a compound. Why? Because sodium is an element, chlorine is an element. So when these two elements, they join together, they form a compound called salt. Understood? So this is an element, this is an element. Two elements, when they are joined together, they form one compound. Right, children? Hope you understood till here. Right. So here in the page number 36, we have got different kinds of elements. There is a small table that talks about the compounds and their composition. Just go through them once. Okay, and also we have got 118 different types. 118 types of elements are found on the earth. and out of them 92 are obtained naturally. Okay, 92 elements they occur naturally, and remaining elements are man-made. Okay, so very important. Now at the same time, just look into this also. Sugar, salt, vinegar, all these combination, whatever we see every day, those can be divided into elements and compounds. Right? So different compounds, they have got different kinds of molecules around us. Now, next one is classification. We have got matter, we know what is material, and also we know what are all the different types of matter. Right? Now, we need to put all this according to their categories. Right? So, that putting the matter or a material according to the availability, that is called as classification. So, the next topic what we are going to deal with is classification. So, let us see what is classification. Generally, suppose for example, in our class also, we have got a strength of say around 25 or 30 students. Right? Now, all the children, are they that intelligent? Every child has got the same intelligence? Does every child score 50 out of 50, 100 out of 100? Is it possible? No. So, few children, they score full marks. Few children, they try to score out of 50, some 30, 35, yes, or 25, yes, and there may be few children who would be scoring either 10, 9 or 11 out of 50, right? So, that is based upon our intelligence, students are being put on, okay, this student comes under this category, so intelligent, average, above average, yes. So, why are we doing like that? Because we cannot treat everyone as the same. So, based upon their intelligence, we are putting them, we are separating them. So, that separation is called as classification. Understood? In the same manner, whatever elements which are there in the nature, whatever elements which are being man-made, all cannot be grouped or all cannot be placed under one particular order. They have to be separated. They have to be classified. That separation is called as classification. Understood, children? Right? Now, in the same, suppose your hall has got some sofa, beautiful sofas. Yes, sofa set, a dining table and chairs and all. Now, can you place all this inside the kitchen? No. Can all the kitchen items be placed in the hall? No. All are separated. A hall should have this. A bedroom should have this. A kitchen should have this material. Yes or no? So, we divide the materials of our house according to our rooms. Why? Otherwise, the whole house will look very messy. If somebody is coming and going to the washroom and finding a very big bed, does it look nice? No. So, we place according to the category. So, that separation is called as classification. In the same manner, the elements or the compounds or the atoms or the molecules, whatever are present, they are grouped together. Okay, they are separated, and this is called as classification. Now, classification here, what do we do? Mainly grouping, together things with similar properties. Is called classification. So, how do I define classification? or what is the definition for classification? It is nothing but grouping together the things with similar properties. So one group of objects having the same properties, I group them in one particular order. Like this I divide. So this division is called as classification. Now, mainly, generally when we come across, we have two things around us, right? So, living thing. What is the other one? Yes, non-living thing, right? So, all the things around us are mainly divided or mainly classified into two types. One is living thing and the other one is non-living thing. You must have already known what is a living thing and what's a non-living thing. Yes, living thing is the things which can breathe, which can grow, which can move from one place to another, which can eat, which can reproduce, so many things, okay? All this they come under living things. And what are non-living things? The objects that cannot move, that does not have life in them. The main thing is, if an object doesn't have a life, it comes under non-living thing. An object that has got life in them comes under living thing. So, in this living things, again, they are divided into two subtypes. Yes? Can you tell me? Yeah, it is plants and animals. Right? Living things again is divided into two types. Plants and animals. Plants, they are fixed. Yeah, they take up the air, they grow, they prepare the food material, they grow, okay? But they cannot move from its own place. Can you see a plant walking? Can you see a plant running? No, it will be there where you have sown the seed, but it starts growing. So that growth shows that it is a living thing, okay? It gives us beautiful fruits, beautiful vegetables, flowers, yes? So, all these plants, they come under living thing and animals, right? Now, there are many types of animals again, yes? Now, animals made, so many types we have, right? There are few animals which live in the water,